All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. The Indiana primary is, well, in a sense, history because the projected winner on the Republican side, of course, is Donald Trump with 25% of the vote reporting. Trump is in with 54% of the votes, Cruz 35, and John Kasich at 8. On the Democrat side, way too close to call. Hillary and Bernie both teetering around 50% each. Let's go to Jim Hoft right now. He is the founder of thegatewaypundit.com, of course, conservative blogger, investigative reporter. How are you, sir?
Great, Steve. Good to be with you.
Good to be. I'm glad we could work out the technical difficulties. So what do you make of tonight? I mean, is there any way, based on what took place today alone, in the war of words between Trump and then Cruz, that Cruz will say, okay, I'm done?
You know, he has to be thinking that at this point because this was a state he was supposed to win. It was a state designed for Ted Cruz, if you look at his campaign. And yet, once again, Donald Trump won more evangelicals than Ted Cruz. And the road ahead looks really bleak for Ted Cruz. I just don't see that there's any way he can stop Donald Trump at this point. We project that Donald Trump will get at least 1,300 delegates. Tonight already he has 1,235 from last account, so he's like 200 away from the magic number he's at 1,035,
right,
and he's about 200 away from the magic number of 1,237.
Well, you know, Jim, maybe he could Cruz could dump Carly and pick another VP candidate. Who knows?
Yeah. Maybe that would help. It didn't seem to help much this week, did it?
No, it certainly did not. I wanted to ask you, I wanted the folks to hear, in case they're just tuning in real quick, what Donald Trump had to say about Ted Cruz and that National Enquirer story and his dad. Watch.
His father was with Lee Harvey Oswald prior to Oswald's being, shot. I mean, the whole thing is ridiculous. What is this right prior to his being shot? And nobody even brings it up. I mean, they don't even talk about that. That was reported, and nobody talks about it. What was he doing with Lee Harvey Oswald shortly before the death, before the shooting?
Roger Stone, at the beginning of this show, told me that that picture came from the Warren Commission, and he says it certainly looks like Ted Cruz's father to me, and that neither Cruz nor his father has denied that picture is of him. What do you make of the whole thing?
Well, you know, that picture's been floating around for a few weeks, Steve. I don't know if anyone sent it to you, but I've gotten it a few times. I really didn't want to touch it. I'm surprised Donald Trump, or maybe not so surprised, but Donald Trump jumped on it. Rafael Cruz tonight made a statement, The Hill has it up, where he denies that he was even in New Orleans at the time. So, you know, there you have it. But it's one of those stories, you know, sometimes I pick and choose, and it's not one I wanted to run at the Gateway Pundit.
Right. No, that's fine. That's fine. Now, very briefly, 30 seconds, what do you make of Hillary? We just had John Zogby on, and he said if Bernie wins, you know, and then he wins again, so suddenly these superdelegates might start saying, you know, hey, I might change my mind. Could this go to the convention?
It should. You know, if Bernie does win, the next few states look very favorable to Bernie. The pundits should be telling Ted Cruz to get out of the race. He's doing much worse than Bernie Sanders, and we're not hearing a lot of that at this time.
Jim, great to talk to you, sir. Everybody check out thegatewaypundit.com. We'll speak to you soon.